to tell you about what's hot and what's not. Dairy Queen has some of the best char-grilled chicken breasts on earth, as well as their chicken breast salad. And the burgers are exceptional, cooked on a real grill for the best flavor and less fat. And for dessert, blizzards are unequaled. Personally, banana split is my all-time favorite. Dairy Queen Silver Springs, where we always treat you like kings and queens.
I'm Matt Gaetz, and I approve this message. The radical left are coming for you, and they know I'm in the way. Come stand with me as we fight back together against this radical president and his far-left agenda. This Friday, May 7th, I'm hosting a special America First rally with my friend Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene. Doors open at 5 p.m. at the Brownwood Hotel in the Villages. We want you there with us. Go to mattgaetz.com/rally for more details. Paid for by Friends of Matt Gaetz.
This is Ocala Talks with Tom Schmidt, bringing stories that are important to our community in and around Ocala.
Plus, of course, a splash of sports as well.
Now, here's your host, Tom.
Welcome back to hour number 3 on a Friday. Friday? Well, that must mean it's time for
your hearing pleasure, Dumb Crook News.
That's right, it's Dumb Crook News here on a Friday on Ocala Talks, and I got some good ones.
Oh, my goodness.
I'll let you decide how good they are, okay?
Okay. Can the listeners, hear my eye roll?
Yeah, probably.
All right.
Caught is the headline here. Police in Ossining, I don't know how you say this. Ossining in New York, Ossining. Ossining, I don't know how you say that. It's in New York. They were called to a mini mart where they found Blake Leak trying to break in.
Okay.
They chased Leak through the streets until both cops actually fell during the chase and lost Leak. Seizing the opportunity, Leak sought refuge on the grounds of a large building in the area. The building was Sing Sing Maximum Security Prison. He was promptly caught by guards and held until the police could get there.
He broke into Sing Sing?
No, he was breaking into a mini mart. Right down the road from Sing Sing.
Right.
And when the cops lost him, he thought, well, I'll go hide in this big building.
Right.
The prison.
Well, but he would have had to break into the prison to hide there, would he not?
Yes, he would have.
Well, how do you break into a maximum security prison?
I don't know. He got caught.
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 Yeah.
Here's good. This was in Scotland.
Mm.
Aaron Morrison was picked up for shoplifting after pinching a bottle of vodka from the liquor store. First off, if you're in Scotland and you're stealing vodka, why aren't you stealing whiskey? Scotch. It didn't take Sherlock Holmes to find Morrison, though. He had left his name and phone number with the clerk because he'd ask her out on a date.
He steals.
He gets caught for shoplifting at the liquor store where he asked the girl at the front counter out on a date and left his name and phone number. Dumb crook. We can't do that one. That's a Florida man story. We got to come back to that.
Okay.
Watch where you're going is this headline. 2 men waited in line at a coffee shop to pay their bill. You got a coffee with you. You know, you go to a coffee shop, there's a little line. You go there, and you're waiting to pay your bill. Well, a third guy cuts in front of them, throws a drink on the clerk, demands all the money in the till. It surprised the 2 men behind him. They were like, what in the world? He just busted in front of us, and now he's robbing the place. But these men quickly recovered from their surprise and handcuffed the crook. Because when the crook rushed in, he didn't notice that the 2 guys he was pushing by were 2 cops in full uniform.
They were probably like, did this just happen?
I know. I promise you, they were like, what the hell?
What is going on here? What?
He's doing what? Sir, don't move. You're under arrest. This idiot comes into the coffee shop, pushes into the front of the line, past 2 police officers in full uniform. throws a drink on the clerk, and demands all the money out of the till. That's somebody that's either a dumb crook or high on drugs or both. I'm probably going with both here.
Both.
I mean, what? How do you not see two cops in uniform?
How do you not see their squads in the parking lot?
Yeah, there's squad cars in the parking lot.
You think that's your first threat? Hey, I shouldn't rob this place.
Hey, I'm at a coffee shop. It's the only place here. There's two cop cars in the parking lot. Chances are there may be cops in there. I think I'll go rob someplace else.
Oh.
Never entered his mind. And then he shoves his way past the two cops in full uniform. Now this one is hilarious.
Oh.
And we would never do this, but I could see us being the couple that played this in a commercial.
Okay.
Because we would never drink and drive. We take Uber.
No, we take Uber.
We take Uber. Recently, a woman in Fresno, California was stopped at a DUI checkpoint for being soused. The police said that she could barely communicate. Once they got her out of the car to perform the sobriety test, she failed miserably. But before she got out of the car, as she came to the checkpoint, she goes, "You think I'm drunk? My husband's 2 cars behind me. He's much drunker than I am."
Rats him out there. Rats him right out.
You think I'm drunk? My husband's 2 cars back. He's much more housed than I am. He's in the bag a lot worse than I am. I don't get that.
Now there's
I don't get it. You're not getting out of your DUI, lady, so why are you throwing your husband under the bus?
He might not get one.
He may have it together a little better than you.
Yeah, and now he can't bail you out of jail.
No, because now you're both going to jail. This one makes me laugh. When I read this one, I laughed very hard. P.S. Nobody moves. That's the headline. A man fainted while in a bank in Beaver Creek, Ohio. The teller called 911, asked for medics. We have to applaud the man's stick-to-itiveness, though. While the ambulance was en route, the man recovered from his fainting spell, got up and handed the note to a teller demanding all her money.
What?
Yeah. A man walked in the bank to rob the bank, but when he walked in the bank, he fainted. I guess the anxiety got to him too much about robbing the bank. He fainted.
Came to, and then he's like, all right, let's resume.
Yeah, so I got this, after drinking that Mountain Dew, I got this
I'm sorry.
tickle in my throat all of a sudden.
I'm sorry.
But at the worst possible time to faint is when you're about to rob a bank.
Probably.
But this guy didn't care. He came to, even though the ambulance was on the way and everything. He stands up from his fainting job, hands her a note, says it's a bank robbery. Give me all the money. Now, that's a guy that was there on a mission and was not going to be deterred. Hey, you just fainted. Yeah, I'm here to rob the bank. That's what I'm doing.
That's what I'm doing. Here, give me some money.
This one I love. No vacancy.
No vacancy.
This happened in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Mitchell Desolate walked into a Baton Rouge, Louisiana hotel and asked the clerk for a room. Clerk said, "We don't have rooms here. This isn't a hotel." He goes, "Yes, it is. I know it is. Give me a room." The clerk said, "Nah, what I'm probably going to give you is a DUI." Because the guy hadn't walked into a hotel. He had walked into a local state trooper station and was talking to the state trooper. He was arrested for and charged with driving while intoxicated.
That's interesting, though, because he wasn't driving at the time.
No, but they saw him drive up to the front of the station and get out of his car. That's still DUI.
Still DUI. And, I agree with it. Don't get me wrong.
But how do you confuse a state trooper barracks?
Maybe he stayed there
for a
one
hotel.
night. Maybe he already
But
was
this wasn't
a resident.
jail. This wasn't a jail.
Oh, wasn't
This
a jail?
was just a state trooper patrol station. Kind of like, it'd kind of like be if when you go 441 south towards Bellevue,
Yeah,
And in the Santos area, you have the sheriff's
Sheriff's
substation.
substation, yeah.
It'd be like if a guy drove up to that sheriff's substation at like 12 o'clock at night, went inside and told the deputy on duty, "Give me a room."
Can we try that?
No.
You sure?
I don't
Might
wanna
be
do it.
funny.
I don't want to do it.
No.
Give me a room. And they would give me a room at the Gold Star Hilton. But so we've had a guy break into a prison to get away from cops.
Yeah.
And now a guy walk into a state patrol station to get a hotel room because he was drunk and he knew he shouldn't be driving, so he's looking for a hotel room. One, I applaud him for understanding he was so drunk he couldn't make it home.
To stop.
He needed to stop and get a hotel room. And two, I applaud him for going to the police so they could get him off the street. Good job there, pal. And finally, before we take a break, no one likes a tattletale. A good Samaritan noticed that an elderly man was being robbed. He jumped in to help, got into an altercation with the thief, punched the thief, and knocked the thief unconscious. The old man was able to get away. The good Samaritan was there. The thief was there. The thief sitting on the wall. The good Samaritan waiting for the police who he had already called. The police got a second call from the guy who the Samaritan punched out. He called to report he had been assaulted. He called the police to report he'd been assaulted because he had been assaulted stopping a robbery because he was robbing an old man. I'm robbing an old man. I get beat up because I'm robbing the old man, so now I'm calling the police to complain that I got beat up. Here's a hint. How about not try to rob the old man? I don't understand. We're going to take a break. When we come back, Florida man takes front and center on Dumb Crook News. Next. 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, WOCA, The Source.
This is JP from Penn Flooring here in Ocala. I would like to invite you to come in and visit our spacious showroom where we have solutions for every style and budget. From wall-to-wall carpet to hardwood floors and tiles, we have an unsurpassed selection of flooring. At Penn Flooring, we've provided quality customer service with a family touch for over 25 years. Visit our website at pennflooring.com or come by our showroom, 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the bridge. Penn Flooring, quality customer service with a family touch.
Tick-tock. The days fly by and we find tax season is upon us once again. Not to worry though, with a reputable CPA firm on your side, you can rest assured that all of your needs will be handled